Guys, isn't this crazy? If you're an OG, you know, this channel, it started out here. It started outside. That's where I recorded all of my videos when I was just starting out. I didn't have money for fancy lighting and, really nice camera equipment, so I had to take advantage of natural light, the sun. The sun is currently setting, starting to feel a lot like summer, and it kind of gave me an itch to get outside and record some videos. I haven't done an outside video probably since last spring or summer. I don't think I recorded too many videos outside in the summer last year. I did a few, but I would like to do more potentially this summer. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see more outdoor videos? Let me know by leaving a like on this video and also by commenting saying, yeah, you want to see more outdoor videos. Today, of course, we're going to be going over 7 of the strongest, best performing summer fragrances in my collection. Now, this isn't going to be, my top 10 or top 7 summer fragrances list. That video is going to be coming probably in the end of May or June. So, you'll get to see my full top 10 summer fragrances there. There's going to be some new additions to the collection, which will probably make it in that list. Today, I'm just going over 7 of the strongest ones that I have. This will be good for you guys who really prioritize performance and you want to start picking up some really strong, fresh fragrances to start wearing here as we get into spring and moving into summer where it really starts heating up. So hopefully you guys are ready to get into this one. I know I am. Let's get started. Starting off with the first fragrance on this list, we have Yves Saint Laurent Y EDP. I love this fragrance, and to be honest with you, you saw my first initial review on this one when I reviewed it from a sample. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It just didn't do a whole lot for me. But after still seeing it talked about, and really after I kind of pondered it a little bit, I ended up picking up the whole line because this is a pretty requested fragrance on the channel, and I know a lot of people wanted to see my thoughts on this series. So I made it a point to go ahead and get all of them. Then I can do videos comparing all of them together and all of that good stuff. So you can check that video out where I compare the EDP live and the new Eau Fraiche version. But basically, the EDP out of all of those is going to be the best performing, and honestly, it's a great summer fragrance. Now this one does lean a little bit sweet. It's a little bit bubblegummy. It's a little bit juvenile smelling, so it kind of gets roped into that Invictus crowd of things, those kind of bubblegummy sweet fragrances, but it is still really nice. It's one that I personally enjoy. Really solid performance on this one, which is why it's in the video. 8, 9, 10 hours longevity, and also really good projection. This stuff pushes out like no other. So great performance overall here from this one. If you want a nice performing, very safe, very easy to wear, very versatile summer fragrance, check this one out. Yves Saint Laurent Y EDP, really nice stuff. Moving up next here, we have Bulgaria Aqua Atlantique. Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, this could possibly be the strongest performing fragrance out of this whole video. So here it is right here. And I say possibly because it's going to depend on your skin. It's going to depend on the environment and the weather in which you're wearing this fragrance. Of course, as you guys know, when it comes to performance, there's a lot of factors that go into it. But on my skin, this is pretty close and probably the strongest one on this list by a little bit. There are a couple other ones that I'm going to be getting to later that really give it a run for its money, but I would say overall, combining projection and longevity, this has got to take the cake right there. This stuff is just a beast mode, and you do not expect that from an aquatic fragrance. I mean, typically when you see aqua in the name, you don't think beast mode. You think of gone in 2 to 3 hours, but this stuff, 10+ hours longevity, very strong room filling projection. It's salty, it's semi-sweet, it's blue, ambroxan, citrus, bergamot. This stuff is incredible. Kind of smells a little bit like Dylan Blue and Sauvage mixed, but with that aquatic or that Bulgaria Aqua DNA thrown in there. So to get that seaweed, kind of oceany, aquatic saltiness, but with that blue, Dylan Blue sweetness and with that sharp citrus and metallicness from Sauvage. Because it's kind of like a mix of 3 things. Overall, probably my favorite of the blue fragrances, and this stuff is a beast mode fragrance. Especially for summertime, you can't go wrong with this one. And if you want a super strong aquatic summer fragrance, look no further than this. And what's good about this one is it's also probably going to be the cheapest of all those other blue fragrances. You can get this one for oftentimes like $40, $45. You can get the testers of these because it doesn't come with a cap regardless. And sometimes if you get a tester, it comes with a stand. These bottles are kind of annoying if you have a collection because they just lay flat, they don't stand up. It's kind of hard to stack things around them. They kind of mess up the flow. You can get them with a stand to help mitigate that a little bit if you get a tester in some situations. Regardless of that, affordable stuff that really probably some of the best bang for your buck. You guys heard me talk about it a lot last summer, and I hate to say it, this one's not going anywhere this summer either. Aqua de L'Antique, you got to get this one. Up next here, we probably have, honestly, one of the best bang for your buck niche fragrances. So I really tried to focus on value in this video. I wanted to pick scents that obviously are very strong, very long lasting, but also for the most part are going to be relatively affordable for what you're paying for. You know, you're getting good quality and performance in turn of what you're paying for. There's going to be a few in here, or at least one that's a little bit more expensive. So I have a range for everyone. This, of course, is Mancera Sidor Boise. Now, this stuff is really, really nice. The reason why this one's so popular primarily is because of the whole Aventus comparison. I've spoke on this a few times. Really smells nothing like Aventus. It's completely its own thing, and that's really where it should be left at, in my opinion. This one is a sweet, woody, fruity fragrance. I mean, it smells incredible, kind of syrupy, sweet, and woody. You may not necessarily consider this one as a summer daytime fragrance, but for summer evenings, for evenings like right now when it's cooling off, it would be perfect for it. Just a little bit of a bite in the air. This one has the depth to push through it, and for summer evenings, summer date evenings, any sort of thing like that, this stuff would work great for. Again, probably the best bang for your buck niche fragrance. I mean, Mancera as a whole, they create great stuff that can be at discounters. You can usually get this for under $100 for a 120 ml bottle like this one. I've seen them going as low as like $60, believe it or not. 120 ml bottles of this as low as $60 in some places. So keep a lookout. If you can get them for like 60 bucks, you're like ahead of the game. Even it's still worth paying for, in my opinion, at $80, $90. I mean, really nice stuff here. Great bang for your buck, and performance, I guess I should talk about, very strong as well. 10 plus hours longevity easily on my skin, and pretty moderate projection as well. So overall, really nice stuff here. If you haven't tried it yet, you got to check it out. Mancera Sidor Boise. Up next here, we have a summer legend. This one, of course, Aqua de Joe Profumo. Of course, this one is really probably the most successful flanker currently in the Aqua de Joe line. Of course, I'm not really including the original in there. That one still, you know, has this one beat in sales and stuff because it's been out for way longer. But I'm talking about flanker here. This one, most successful, most popular. And it's for good reason. It's basically the original Aqua de Joe DNA, but with an incense and somewhat dark, sexy, mysterious touch to it. You know, I've said it before, you know, the original Aqua de Joe, yeah, it smells really nice, and yeah, it's a compliment getter, but it's not something that I would personally smell and think, ooh, this is a, you know, a sexy fragrance for men. You know, that's not what my mind really goes to when I would smell that. I wouldn't want to wear that on a date or wear that to smell sexy. I would choose something else. But this one, on the other hand, this one is a sexy smelling fragrance. I mean, you look at the bottle, that sleek black bottle with the silver accenting. The bottle is sexy. The fragrance inside is as well. Just that incense and patchouli mixing with that aqua DNA. It's a masterpiece and very strong performance. Another one, like 9+ hours on my skin. Pretty good projection as well. You can't beat it. Now, I will say the only downside to Aqua de Joe Profumo, and other people have actually mentioned this as well, is the opening. The opening can smell a bit like grass, okay? And it's true. It does smell a little bit grassy in the opening. Can put some people off, but once you get past the opening, it settles. You get into that incense and patchouli starting to develop, and it turns amazing. Really great stuff here. The new Profondo is out, and I'm really enjoying that one as well. That's probably my second favorite flanker in terms of the Aqua de Joe line. Really like Profondo. It just doesn't have the performance of Profumo. Up next here, we have a fragrance from Tom Ford Private Blend. So this is the one I was talking about where it's going to be a little bit more expensive, and you know, in terms of the price per value thing I was talking about in the beginning, this is where it could start to blur the lines a little bit. Not everyone agrees with the Tom Ford Private Blend pricing, and I have to admit, I'm there with you at retail. they're a tough pill to swallow. They are very expensive. At discounters though, and on other gray market websites, it starts to get a little bit more easy to digest. You can get some of these private blends for like, you know, $110, $115, $120 for a 50 mil, and then, you know, they go upwards of maybe $150 or so. So a lot more digestible on the gray market at discounters and other places. Retail's a different story. I'm there with you on that. But regardless of that, I'm going for a fragrance here from the line that I've never smelled anything similar to this one. And it's something that, in my opinion, is very, very unique for a summer fragrance. I'm going to do a review on it soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And it also, just to kind of throw you off a little bit more, it's not a blue bottle. Of course, we know Tom Ford Private Blend has their blue line of fragrances with Costa Azzurra, Mandarino di Amalfi, a whole bunch of other ones, Neroli Portofino. It's not in the blue line of fragrances. It's in the black bottles with the silver lid type of thing going on. So here it is. It's Tom Ford Oud Mineral. So as I've been expanding my Tom Ford collection, I saw this one and remembered that I've wanted this fragrance for a long time. There's the silver lid thing I was talking about. You wouldn't expect this to be put in the standard line of Tom Ford fragrances, but this stuff smells so, so good. This is an oud fragrance. Well, at least there's oud in it. To be honest with you, I really don't get anything that smells really too much at all like oud. I mean, I'm not an oud expert, but I just don't see it in this fragrance. I really don't. I mean, I'll spray it here again. Maybe in the opening you get a little bit of like a earthiness. Perhaps that can be detected as oud. I get a lot of the seaweed, a lot of the saltiness, a little bit of a citrus. Overall, this fragrance, it's incredible. I love Oud Mineral. 100% unique, and you gotta give it to Tom Ford as a... All right, I forgot. Recording outside, you have to deal with the bugs everywhere. I got to give it to Tom Ford for, directing these fragrances. Like, all the fragrances that Tom Ford has been the creative director of have been wildly successful. Gucci Envy, YSL M7 Oud Absolute, basically all the Tom Ford fragrances. I mean, this man's a genius. Of course, I'm not discrediting the perfumers either. They're the ones that are putting this stuff together, but it is Tom Ford who's kind of leading the way. And a fragrance like this, I dropped the cap a second ago, so apologize for that. A fragrance like this is just incredible. You wouldn't expect it to be a summer fragrance, but it is. Like I said, watch out for my full review coming up on this one. This stuff smells incredible. Performance is very, very strong on my skin. 8-9 hours longevity, kind of pushes out there a little bit. It's not going to be the strongest on this list, but it is still very, very strong for a fresher fragrance with more of a woody base like this. Second to last fragrance we have here is Defendi Aqua. This one is quite a unique scent that doesn't get tossed around a whole lot in the community. You don't hear too much about this one, but it is really nice. It's a leather, spicy, aquatic-y, fresh type of scent. It's an aquatic or an aqua fragrance that's different. And again, that's kind of like Oud Mineral. You wouldn't expect this to be a summer fragrance, but it is. It's really nice stuff. It's definitely something different. If you want something that is unique and doesn't smell like every other aquatic fragrance out there, check this one out. Very good performance from this one as well, and also very affordable. I believe you get these for like $30, $40 online. Not bad at all. And, again, if you're after something a bit different, don't sleep on this one. All right, finally, last fragrance we have here as we're starting to run out of daylight. We have Dior Sauvage. Very cool spray. Man, I don't even know if people are still putting Sauvage EDT in videos anymore. It's kind of one of those things where I just feel weird still including it. But I'll tell you what, the cool spray version is incredible. I love this more than the EDT, and you guys know, if you're an OG, you know how much I love Sauvage. I still do love it. It's one that I still do wear from time to time. I just don't include it in videos as much anymore because there are other fragrances out there, and everyone's heard of Sauvage. I know you guys get tired of it, but cool spray, you got to give me some credit here, guys. Not many people are repping cool spray, and this stuff is stronger than the Eau de Toilette on my skin. And what this one also does is it takes away some of that sharp metallic-y vibe in the opening. So you get more emphasis on bergamot and grapefruit rather than the very metallic ambroxan. Again, it's still in there. This is still an ambroxan fragrance, but the grapefruit and the bergamot sparkles in the opening. There's more room in the composition for that citrus, and it's less ambroxan metallic overload like from the EDT. So the EDT is a bit too much for you in terms of all that sharpness going on, check out Cool Spray. This stuff is great, and like I already mentioned, very, very strong. One of the reasons I put getting this one off is because I thought it was going to be a skin scent, but this stuff is not. It is still an eau de toilette concentration fragrance. It even says there underneath of, what does that say? It says very cool spray, fresh eau de toilette concentration. I don't know if that's going to show up for you, but it is still an EDT, and it's very, very strong. So don't sleep on this one. Also, another good thing is it's going to be the cheapest out of all of them. $40 or $50 for this stuff. Again, you have to get over the fact that it is like, you know, like that. You know, it's not your typical spray. It's like, it comes out. So you got to get over the fact of that. But still, it's amazing stuff. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to run out of this because it only takes me just like, just a couple like that. And it is projecting and lasting forever. And of course, another cool thing about this bottle is you can just drop it. You can throw this in your gym bag. You can throw this in your book bag if you are, well, I was going to say if you're going to school, and I guess if you're not going to the gym either. Those are kind of bad examples right now, but you get what I'm saying. Once we get back into the swing of things, if you're going to school, if you're going to the gym, toss it in your bag. Don't have to worry about it breaking, whereas you would with any other glass bottle, or if it falls off your shelf on a hard floor, you're screwed. But not with this stuff. That's pretty cool. You got to admit, it's not a bad idea. So guys, that was going to do for me. That was 7 strong, long-lasting summer fragrances in my collection. Again, these are some of the best performing ones that I could scrounge up that I own. If I can find some more, or if I end up getting more, then I'll make another video covering, you know, these strong fragrances. But these are going to get you set for quite a while now. I mean, 7's a pretty good number, and if you like 2 or 3 out of these, that's all you're going to need. So thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you liked the outdoor video. Again, if you want to see more like this, you got to show me by leaving a like down below. I do appreciate it. Leave a comment, tell me your list, and of course, all these will be linked down below. If you want to pick any of them up, you can check them links out down below. That's going to do it for me, guys. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and yes, I am quarantined outdoors. There's no one around me. I'm in the woods, so we don't have to worry about that. I'll see you next time.